Alright, so I am just leaving the ABCO 2016 trade show. I'll show you guys some of the stuff I saw, some of the guys I talked to, and we'll take it from there. Heard some pretty interesting things, little bits here and there about different manufacturers, and we'll see what you guys can see. Hopefully you can hear. It was loud as hell in there, so hopefully my little Sony did a good enough job picking up the people I was actually talking to. So, alright, here it is.
Please come to the ABCO booth. Sam Chan. Please come to the ABCO booth.
The 902 FC. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, again, the app is free.
Right.
It's for Apple or Android, Bluetooth, and not for a tablet or phone.
Okay.
So here it is here. Actually, I can show you real quick. That's what it actually looks like. It's called Flu Connect. You go into your app store and it's there. Simply just search Flu Connect. So now what it can do, it can pair 3 devices at once. You can also be up to 30 yards away with Bluetooth capability and still have an accurate reading. Okay. Now with that, so as I go to pair this with the 902, turn it on, wait a second, let it fire up, I hit the button. Well, it's not working. Give me 1 second. Sorry about this, Billy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so now, simply click on it. Okay. Now, this whole app works as an electronic journal. You have up to 5,000 separate reading entries from any device you have, it will store it for you. And you can even do more work.
Okay.
If anything.
Now, as far as the locked features that are on there, that's part of a subscription-based service? Okay.
No, that was free. There's no in-app purchases that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Are you talking like for the equipment? Are you talking like for like right here?
Right.
Yeah, there's something I didn't do with that.
Okay.
There may actually be another little thing you gotta do extra.
Okay.
There may actually be a small fee.
Okay.
Again, but outside of that, you know, once you have it up and running,
Right. Then
you know, it's
good to go.
it's full pedal to the metal and you're good to go.
Okay. Nice.
So that's really it, exactly.
Very
Good
nice.
stuff. And again, thank you. How you doing, sir?
An outdoor air probe.
Yes, yeah. This is your manifold. So this is what you're looking at is you got your manifold, your hoses for long high pressure. You got high temperature suction liquid discharge. You got outdoor air leak. And these are the key. These are returning supplier. So these are going to give you wet bulb, dry bulb measurements. Enable you to find out CFMs, relative humidity, dehumidification, and things like that. What's cool about our product is everything's wireless. Your gauges are now on your phone. The way we kind of differentiate ourselves is we do all your paperwork for you. So with each job, you're going to get one of those. Now you don't have to fill out or do a startup sheet or anything like that. And we also put in targets. So I'm going to go to the job. I'm going to hook everything up. I'm going to look at the manufacturer's specs on the unit. So right here, this is an R410A 16 SEER with a TXV. The compressor set our target superheat subflow should be 12 and 15. So I put that in. That's what these little pills are. So I'm good on the low side, but on the high side, I've got high head pressure and high subflow. So I'm a new tech. I'm not exactly sure what that means. We built in a troubleshooting chart, so it's going to tell you. It's going to help you diagnose the issue. It's going to tell you you've got too much refrigerant and your condenser's flooded. What's nice about that is you can show the homeowner what's going on with your system, and then what's also cool is you can show performance of your system. So they call you for a service call, you hook everything up, you show them you got high subcooling, your condenser's flooded, you're doing 2 tons of cooling, and then you do your work and you can show them the after, their performance after, so how much you boosted their performance. So the reason that, so this kit retails for around $1,400. It's going to be more expensive than anything else, but it does 5 times as much. The reason is we sell it as a business solution as opposed to a set of gauges, because it's going to make you more productive. You're going to be able to do more jobs per week. It's going to make you more accurate with the targets in there, reducing callbacks, which is a huge expense, and it's going to boost revenue by now you're able to show value. Maybe right there when on that service call, you can sell a preventive maintenance contract, or you can sell a new piece of equipment. It's a tool. It's a sales tool. It's an investment. It's a business. It's a business platform. Good. How much? About $1,400. It's a Bluetooth.
You do air conditioning.
Do everything.
Seen these bad boys?
Yep.
You got one?
I have that one. I have the 200, and I have that.
Fuck, I got nothing to sell you. What do you think about those valves?
I don't know anything about these valves.
I don't either. I'm just learning. So you can see, you set the CFM on it.
Okay.
It's got an oil damper to make sure it stays at that CFM no matter how much air moves across it. Is that something you might be interested in?
I like that.
I figured I saw sheet metal on your shirt. You probably care about airflow more than most of those guys.
That's nice. That's a nice setup. And it just installs inside?
Yeah, I think you can put it right, you know, whether it's at the actual collar or in the register.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of commercial uses as far as like exhausts and fresh air intakes too.
Right.
So reduce the amount of fresh air.
Okay.
You know, for energy savings purposes. Like on the back of a P-TAC or something.
Right.
You know.
You power with a drill?
But certainly, you know, I'm thinking about my house. My bathroom's 78 degrees when my daughter's room is 58 degrees. I mean, you throw a couple of those in and without having to rip all the duct out.
Right.
Slide forward.
That's a nice setup.
Yeah, so that's actually from the guys who make this.
From AB, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I valves are actually in that one. I got the valve right there for you.
That breaks away.
Cool.
So you can't overflare.
And what does something like that run, usually?
I knew that was the next question, and I was avoiding it because I don't actually know the answer.
Okay.
I don't think we have pricing yet, but obviously it depends on the size.
Beavers at 10.
I want to say they're going to be between like 30 and 60.
And you can do a manual.
Okay.
I know that's what they're aiming for, but they're coming out in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's something you're really interested in, my boss is over there is one who covers the city.
Right.
That's the guy.
He can certainly hear it. I'll run it on there for you.
Bring this up. This slides.
Just so you remember what we're talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do you do any mini splits?
We do some, yeah.
That breaks
Do you
away.
need a condensate pump?
Some of the times.
That's the guy you want to talk to. I rep his product, but he knows more about it than anyone. This condensate pump beats the shit out of the competition. He's not all excited, but I am.
Do all the ductless mini split stuff.
We have, yeah.
Yeah. This is a ductless mini pump. That's actually running right now. That's how quiet they are.
Wow.
Not only is it running, it's running dry. There's no fluid in there.
So there's no, it's not whining and crackling and popping like the others.
Not overheating, none of that stuff. So they can run dry without overheating. They can pump debris. They create suction. They're all plenum rated. You can mount them above the ceiling. No metal boxes, no conduit. They're positive displacement, so you can mount them in any orientation. The pumps themselves, like I said, this pump creates 6 feet of suction. That pump creates 16 feet of suction. So this can be 6 feet away from your unit. That one can be 16 feet away from your unit.
And that's that one.
And we offer a 3-year warranty on all of our products.
And the voltage on them is
This is dual voltage.
okay.
That one is voltage specific.
Okay.
So we carry both, which have to go.
Okay. Very cool.
All right.
Like that. Thank you.
How are you doing, Billy?
Good.
Anything I can help you out with?
I have a question with the
Yeah, what's up?
when a smoke alarm trips,
Yeah?
since it's connected to the thermostat, will it shut the system down?
If it's a hard alarm, if it's 100%, it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the wireless would, but the as far as if this was, well, thinking more of a in my house,
Yeah.
will it?
Yeah.
It would. Okay.
And if you have the camera will start recording too.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when it's a hard alarm, it'll tell the thermostat if you're running the fan or if you've got the furnace on, shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's a great safety feature.
Right. And then that'll do temperature averaging as well in the rooms.
Not the Protect.
Not the Protect?
No.
Okay.
We do have another Works with Nest product that helps with temperature sensors. It's called Zuli Smart Plugs.
Okay.
So you can purchase those to help if you have some rooms that you want to make sure that aren't heated as well as your house.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get some complimentary products to help out with that.
Okay.
But it is an occupancy sensor.
Right.
So it's going to help the thermostat learn if you're in the house or if you're out of the house so that it knows when to go into auto away mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
Here's the interesting thing. My other guys left me already.
Okay, here we go.
I get the mop up there.
Another prize.
Do you use our guys?
I do.
Okay. The only difference for this year is we retired these lights.
Okay.
This is for a
The only thing that was bad about that light is it had a lot of glare.
Right.
Okay? It was a single LED, a blue LED, and it would fluoresce it, you would see it. It just had so much glare off the back that
Right.
you really had to use the glasses. The new one, you don't need the glasses. Much better contrast. Yeah. And
25, so this will keep it on the floor on your ladder. And it's still AAA batteries. So it's about 100 points more UV and 20 points less visible. Yeah, so you don't have that much white light that comes back.
Right. Yeah, that was always a pain.
Yeah, it's hard to do it economically because like pure ultraviolet is 365 nanometers, and that's like what I sell to the police departments. But those lights are really expensive, you know. Appliances, it's like $900 and up. No one's going to pay that.
Right.
So we had to kind of put a boost on the and pre-light the LED and just kind of project it out a little bit.
Okay.
You know, it's very close though. I mean, realistically, a good way is like, say, see that Visa logo?
Right.
This isn't strong enough to pick up the counterfeit marker.
Right.
See the V?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So see on the strip on the back, the signature strip?
Right.
This won't pick up any of the numbers. Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it'll do it in currency too.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually strong enough to pick up.
This is another Yeti Cup.
Pretty sure it'll pick it up.
And the winner is, again, Joe Flamingo from
See, this one, I know where it is. This one you can't see it.
Right.
7190 698-7190.
Yeah. So it's about 20% more strength.
Okay.
Yeah. So what it means to us is it's easier to see. More
Right.
contrast.
Right.
We had that light for a while. You know, probably 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years. It was a good light, but
What does something like this go for?
by itself,
Yeah.
You can get it by itself. It's 68.
Okay.
Yeah. But what's good about it is it's still disposable. It's not rechargeable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the regular
Yeah,
AAA
I think
batteries.
it's AAA's. Yeah,
Okay.
AAA's. 3 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice and easy then.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You don't have to worry about shading the sun. You don't need the goggles. We include them anywhere because sometimes if you're out where it's really strong sun, like in Phoenix or something like that, you
Right.
still might need them. But around here, 90% of the time, you're not going to need them. I mean, it's not that bright in here, but you can see it's much better contrast.
Right. Much better.
Yep. That's it. Finish here. That's a sealant. We came out with it last year. It's a little bit different. It doesn't work. It's not a polymer sealant, so it doesn't work on moisture or air. So you don't have to worry about like clotting shit up. You know.
Right.
It's, it works on turbulence and temperature, which is a little different. But the worst thing that happens, very mild. The worst thing that'll happen is it won't work. The good thing about it is it's a much better delivery system. Using the same injector delivery, so you can just shoot it right in, as opposed to like the syringes. You gotta put them in talking. It's a nightmare. Yeah. Or the cans. You know. Yeah. So it's a better delivery system. It's a little bit more affordable, but I'm not a real fan of sealants, to be honest with you.
Me either. But that's
I mean, it's like flat fix.
Right.
I mean, it'll get you home, but there's a hole in the tire. You got to either fix it or get a new one. Too many people are looking for a magic wand, presto changeover. It doesn't exist.
Right.
If you want to get a guy, help a guy out, get him through the end of the season. He doesn't have 8 grand, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's fine.
Which is what I did with one of the other companies, and within a week, it was dead.
And that can happen with mine too.
Right.
But the worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to seal. It will not fuck up anything in the system. Okay? Because it's not going to, it doesn't react like, the way when you cut yourself to clot, that's the way that other shit works. It works on air or water. I don't care how good the system is, it can be brand new with always moisture there. And that shit, there's little clots in there, and buggers will pick up, it'll jam up capsules and everything. Plus it'll mess up your equipment too. Okay? We wanted a sealant, but we just wanted something to be safe. The Calgon, that one that we have out in the hose, I have it here.
Yes.
The direct inject, that's nasty shit. I don't usually say stuff like that. Yeah, about these products.
Right.
If you flip over the back of scary. Scary. But it sells because it's got the name.
Right.
So we're gonna stick with our core product, but people asked us for it, so there it is.
I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Terry does. I think so. He's got an iPhone, right? Say it again. Is this an iPhone?
Okay, next year.
If you have
PTK2 meter.
the flame sensor has to be cleaned, it usually gets a so all you do is the flame sensor just twist it. It cleans all the water. If you have one like a lobby bar boiler, has a flame sensor door, so you just take the top off, slide that down. It's better than a dollar bill, but it's not as aggressive as every cloth. Every cloth can ruin it. Oh, I didn't know you could clean the flame sensor on a dollar bill. A dollar bill? That's taking time. Yeah, you have to do it. Now, this is get a grater. Razor does it. Enjoy the sunshine.
128 donated by Apple.
Here's the thing. What it does is nobody uses
This one's on sale, show
you
special.
should.
I've never seen anybody sell
It
them.
tests the linings.
$103.
On your compressors.
The leading
So
vacuum
you
gauge
got
for the last 15 years.
Spot, a burnt spot in that.
We're just getting bigger screens and backlit, and we get a little fancier. That's the leading selling one. They're usually about $150.
Can you write me up for that flexible board thing? FTV.
FBC. Frank?
Yeah, you can't take that out so I can see it.
Frank Victor Charlie. It's 11:58.
Ticket number 5487096.
For coil cleaning, that's the best stuff you can use.
Come to the Apple booth to collect your prize. Just a quick announcement about the
Not acid, but it's real degreaser and a deodorizer. So you can spray it on, it foams up. It doesn't have to be rinsed if you're in a really tight bad situation. As long as your air conditioning is running.
Try not to miss the bus.
And this will do evaporator and condenser?
Yep. It's got a nice odor to it.
Nice.
Yeah, when you get into the ductless marketplace.
Right.
And we make that, and we make this one.
That one I've seen.
Yeah.
That one was new to me.
Yeah, that one comes with a white cover.
Okay.
So you can put the evap here and put the pump down underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, you know what this is for? You do residential work, you'll like this. You get rid of the float.
Right, which I've used these.
Yep.
But I had problems in one instance where whenever I plugged it in to the one outlet, it wouldn't work.
It didn't work at all.
Unless I pumped it, press a pump. But when it would overflow constantly.
Really?
And it turns out it had a bad ground in the wire, in the line.
I was going to say, that's something we never had.
nothing for you guys, but it was just drove me nuts because I thought it was a bad pump.
Yeah, sure.
So I got a new pump.
Be the first thing you say is the pump.
Right. And it was a bad ground in the outlet itself.
I'm glad it wasn't the pump.
Yeah. I like that one. The drain can is nice.
Yeah, if you ever used the gallo gun, part about it is when you carry it in, because you're there for a block, water, whatever.
Right.
It looks like you got a piece of tool with you, you're fishing.
Right.
You go in with a gallon gun and you charge them $100, they go, whoa, what was that?
The Delaware bus will be getting ready to
So all these are Bluetooth devices that attach or sync to one application. And then we have combustion analyzers, leak detectors, and Bluetooth kits and stuff. I'm trying to talk over this guy all day long.
It's a bad spot.
Thanks. Yes, well, they can either be used separately or they can be used in a kit. So in this case, you have 2 pressure coils and 2 temperature coils. And I can put them on this app, and I can go to the air conditioning mode, and it will show me 2 sides, the low side and the high side, pressure and temperature.
Now, only because I just added this to the collection. These wouldn't work with that though, right? The version adapters, right?
But that's Bluetooth also.
No, I know that's all with that box, you know, the manifold Bluetooth. I didn't know like if I get away with just getting like pressure probes and temperatures or.
You can't. There's nothing to connect with.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if you had like an adapter kit or something.
They're trying to sell loose stuff.
No, I love it already. I've only used it for months.
It's way too easy. It's way too easy.
I like how you select the refrigerant. Actually, one thing I love the most though is the pressure walk setting.
Oh yes, yeah.
Where you pressurize it and just let it sit. There's something like a lot of times for whatever reason that just allows you to trust it so much more. Meanwhile, you'll take your gauges off, put it in your truck, and come back. If you don't check your gauges before you hook it up, you'll find out they were off by 5 psi because they lost the calibration and it's big false. So it's like, oh, it's just a box. It's telling me what it is. I don't know if I can trust it.
Well, you know, I've been selling combustion analyzers since about 1979. And now, you know, where do you see combustion test kits anymore? You know, the red fluid or the, I think it'll probably outgrow this way, but it'll take some time.
Right.
Thank you for a good product.
Sure, thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Now, other than, I know all the other sensors and everything are different, but like the refrigeration kit,
Yeah.
how is that different from spoiler?
It's less expensive.
That's expensive. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of, you know, targeting competition that's out there.
Right.
And we have a family as opposed to, like, you know, a couple of folks here and there.
Right.
And when we came out with this, we wanted to, you know, have a whole family of measurements.
Right.
And this just happened to be, you know, one of them.
Right.
That you could put together
Right.
and now, I understand that they do have like a connection so that you can fill and recover with that device. The man tooth, is that what you're talking about?
No, the spoiler and smart tool,
Okay.
which is basically this. It's
Right.
just screw on and it is what it is.
Yeah, but I believe they have a fill and recover device, and that could be different, but it's more expensive. This $220. Yeah, I mean, take a look at the price of the spoiler. It might be in the range of $350 or something like that. I don't know.
The last I saw the spoiler, it was at $600.
Okay.
So that was a while ago.
I think that's confusing products.
To welcome to the ABCO booth with their birthday for today.
thermostat like that usually go for?
Wi-Fi 3.2, I'm sure they're selling for...
Can't go wrong with that.
I don't know exactly what they're selling.
But even if it's close, that's nice.
We have a great app, great iPhone and Android app for it too.
Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Pedro Velez. 698-015. You just want a thermostat. Ticket number 6988819, blue ticket, 6988819, 54870,
Back in your toolbox, you don't have to mess out. The kid is cleaning it and use the whole can, you don't waste it. This is like a regular tube.
Right.
So these are things we're showing. If you ask your branch, whatever location, say, hey, I can take get it.
Right.
We gotta get you guys to ask. Right. You know how crazy it is. We got a cool bunch of stuff. I'll show you the foam now. This is a controllable foam. You know, like the foam that goes crazy like this?
Right.
Like that. This one you control with the valve. Open it several turns. Lay your bead as small or as big as you want. Following?
Yeah.
There's an extension nozzle if you need it to get into a tighter space.
Okay.
You close it, put it back in your truck, and use it as long as you want. It's almost empty.
Wow.
So what I'm gonna do, I've been doing this about 6 months now.
Right.
So tonight I'll depressurize it, blow it all out. Put a new can, I don't have to clean it. That's the key. As long as you close it, you don't have to clean it.
You don't have to clean it. Okay.
Okay, cool?
That is cool.
I'm trying to get them to bring in the kit, which is you get 2 cans of foam, the gun, and the clean handle.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Pretty cool, I think.
I like it.
Everybody loves it because you know how much of a mess this stuff is.
Right.
So at least you can control it.
Right.
We also have it, and it's called the Genius Can. This is the maximum expanding.
Okay.
We have it now in minimal expanding and fire stop. This one's used up to 6 weeks.
Okay.
You open up that straw, flip the locking top, that locks it so you don't let it go off in the truck.
Right.
Unplug the tip with this little jiggy. Lay your bead. That's the triple expander.
Okay.
on again. You get total food.
Now this one, you don't have to put as much pressure like you do the flaring one. Just kind of let the drill beat the metal, and it'll kind of slide in like butter eventually.
What is different from this? The flaring has to give pressure.
The flare, you want to give a little bit more pressure.
But the lungs wouldn't work.
Yes.
I know they're going
Like-
one goes over up like that.
Put a little pressure in it. You got to put a little pressure. There you go.
What the hell with us?
That's the flexible. That you want to go a little bit further too.
It's in your brochure.
Go a little further here.
That's the newest one.
Let's go to the end. It's hot.
Some places it'll
Careful here. Here's a little piece.
not Manhattan. No, not Manhattan. They still do a lot of work on this guy.
You got to throw in everything.
just examples that I did where I took that refrigerant tank and I put in, what is it, 1.5 pounds of an ounce that came out of my tank, which was charged can 3. I also used another tank with 22 in it. Then it had all the list of the things that I checked off on that page. Right. And then you can email it to the customer and save it.
Okay.
And then if you have in the tank ID, you can go back.
I like these because they're metal.
Yeah, man, aluminum or something.
And it will show like a list of all the times that you used it at.
Okay.
And also when you're doing the job, you can put it on a geotag, so it will tell you on Google Maps where each one of those would be.
My name is
Nice.
Ahmed.
And then if the app were to, for whatever reason, crash while it's in the middle of charging,
the brains are in the
brains are in the charger. Okay.
We also have this without the charging port on.
Right.
And then it's a lot less money too. Right. This one's like $340. The other one's like $190.
Okay. Nice.
Like that?
You use that for recovery.
See diagrams of everything.
It's going to be leaving in 10 minutes. The Totowa bus.
That's cool.
The bus to Totowa, our branch in Totowa, New Jersey, is leaving at 5:30. It's boarding right now, so please head down.
All right, so that was ABCO 2016. Not a ton different than last year. A little bit. One thing I wanted to touch on was Testo. Now, Testo, the guy was very cool. He did tell me, although it wasn't on camera, that the product was made in China. It was not made in Germany. But he's stuck behind his product, which every factory rep should. But when I went and I spoke to Sporlin, that rep did not want to speak to me on camera. So I tried to get their take on why one would be better than the other. At least their own take on it. Not to start any fights, but just to see what they said. Now, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to really hold the Sporlin tools in itself in my lap or in my hands. Because if they were in my lap, they'd be in my bag, and then they'd be in the truck, and I wouldn't have paid for them. So that wouldn't have been good. But the one thing I did notice checking the packaging out is nowhere on there does it say it's made in the United States. Now, Sporlin, yes, I know, a US-based company, and I get that. When I asked the rep where it was made, he kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, everywhere. So you take it to mean whatever you want it to mean. I know everybody makes, has parts that are made overseas, and then, they're assembled here. And I get that. It's, I've stayed quiet when it came to the Testo Sporlin debate, and, I see it both ways. I agree with trying to buy US-made stuff. However, for the cost of the Testos, I can't see not getting them. Now, hopefully the video from the Spectralite guy came out. He was, a very cool guy, and they do make the UV dyes, and not a lot of guys like them. I liked them. I'm losing interest in them very rapidly, but they do work. I mean, in a pinch, they do work. And they do make a sealer that injects the same way. It's clear. It just goes right into the system and uses their same plunger tool to push it in. And I don't know if you guys heard, what he was saying about the other brand. But I'll see what I can do as far as getting the picture of the back of that box set up, because I did find one of them looking around. So, all right. So for the most part, that wraps this trip up. I am driving on the Long Island Expressway, and thankfully, we were moving a second ago. Now it's just brake lights. But anyway, heading home, heading back out further on Long Island, get away from the city. Although I love the city, I cannot stand to be in it for any long periods of time in a car. So, alright guys, hopefully you like this. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, you can click the dislike button or the thumbs down button. I understand that too. But please do me a favor, let me know why, at least this way, so maybe I can grow the channel a bit better. And I want to give a shout out to Sai, one of my subscribers. He found me on the floor and spent quite a while talking to him and going over the manifold stuff and checking out some of the other tools. So definitely cool to hang out with you, Sai. And for the rest of everybody else, I will catch you guys on the next one.